Hello my dear Vidyanjalites, welcome back to our English class. You have successfully finished home assessment 2 and you are happy with your results, right? Yes, congratulations. Now we are going to enter into our new syllabus, new topics, right? Before that, I'll give you some situations. I'll put some situations in front of you. How can you help that in that situations? Okay, let's see situation 1. Some relatives have dropped unexpectedly at dinner time. Your father and mother were very busy moving from kitchen to the living room. Then in that situation, how can you help your parents? Yes, very good. You can give some water to the guests who have arrived. Very good. Yes. In that way you can help your parents and you can ask them to come and please be seated. Like that you can offer the place for them, etc. Very good. Now situation 2. Your friend has forgotten his or her tiffin box. She is so hungry, but she feels shy to ask anyone for the something, snack or tiffin. How can you help him or her in that situation? Yes, when she goes for a walk, you can provide the food or snack what you brought, you can keep in that tiffin box, right? Like that. You can give something, you can share something with him or her. Very good. Situation 3 is, your sister has been suffering from fever for a few days. She's stuck at home. She's feeling so bored. How can you help her? Yes, you can play some jokes and make her laugh. You can play some small games with her and make her feel joy. Yes? Yes. Why am I saying all this? What is the common word you found in all the situations? Help, right? Yes. So our lesson is nothing but the happy prince who wants to help others. Okay? Without any delay, let's enter into our lesson 6, the happy prince. Open your textbooks. Textbook page number 64. Yes. Oscar Wilde, a famous Irish poet and playwright of the 19th century, wrote a collection of stories for children in 1888. Read this touching story about an unusual pair of very kind souls. Okay? So this person, Oscar Wilde, is a famous poet. Okay? He writes the poems and also lessons related to children. So this is lesson which is written in 19th century, that is 1888 year. Shall we start? Yes. Section 1. There was once a prince who had everything he wanted. So he was never sad. His people called him the happy prince. When the happy prince died, his people had a statue made of him. The statue was made of lead covered in gold. The eyes were made of blue gems and in his sword was a big red gem. The statue was put up on top of a tall pillar in the middle of the town. Yes, once upon a time there used to live a happy prince. Why happy has just joined before his name? Because he had everything he wanted. So he was never sad. He was always happy. So that happy is added to his name. Okay. One day he was died. His people made a statue like this. This you can see, no? Yes. That statue was made of gold. The eyes were made of blue gems. In his sword there was a big red gem. The statue was put up on a tall pillar in the middle of the town. Why it was placed? There is something. Let's see. In that country, the winters were very cold. So every autumn the swallows flew ever to a warmer place. That year one little swallow was late. The night he came to town, he landed on the top of the tall pillar right between the feet of the happy prince. What happened? The winters in that country were very cold. So all the birds used to go to the warmer place. That day one swallow was late, so he had to stop in that town. Then where did the swallow stop? On the tall pillar of this happy prince. Then what happened? That year one little swallow was late. The night he came to the town, he landed on the top of a tall pillar right between the feet of the happy prince. The little swallow was just settling down to sleep when he felt a drop of water. He looked up to see tears falling from the prince's eyes. What happened? About to sleep. The swallow was about to sleep. Then water drop from the prince's eyes fell on the swallow. Then he looked up. What happened? Then see, why are you crying? Asked the swallow. Because of all the unhappy things I can see from here, said the happy prince. What can you see? Asked the swallow. Prince, why are you crying? The swallow asked. The prince said that because of the unhappy things I could see from here. What are those? She asked. Then, far away in a small room lives a poor woman, said the prince. Her little boy lies ill in bed, but his mother has no money for medicines. He will surely die. Little swallow, will you take her the red gem from my sword? It can save her son's life. Yes, why he was sad? Why the prince was crying? Because of that boy who was ill. And if we do not help, surely that boy will die. Okay, because mother is having no money to bring medicines. Swallow, can you take this red gem from my sword and give to that poor woman? So swallow pecked out of the gem and flew off with it to the woman's house. The boy was tossing about in his bed. He was moving restlessly because he was ill. But his mother was so tired. She had fallen asleep with her head on the table. The swallow put the red gem beside her. Yes, the swallow went and kept that red gem beside her. Then flew back to tell the prince. It's funny, he said, but I don't feel cold anymore. Yes, the winters were very cold in that country, but the swallow did not feel any cold over there. That's because you did a good deed, said the prince. When you do some kind act, some good things, you don't feel any negative feelings. Like here, it's very cold, but the swallow did not feel it. All the same, the swallow still wanted to fly away to the warm land where his brothers and sisters had gone. So that night he said to the prince, goodbye, I'm off now. Yes, swallow said already swallow brothers and sisters went to the warmer land, right? Because of this little swallow was late, it stuck in this country. It has to go now. So it said to happy prince, goodbye, I'm off now. I'm going to my warmer land, he said. Then what happened? Let's see in tomorrow's class. You read section 2 textbook. Okay, that's for today. Bye-bye.